Everyone sees what you appear to be, few experience what you really are. Never was anything great achieved without danger. It is not titles that honor men, but men that honor titles. Where the willingness is great, the difficulties cannot be great. He who wishes to be obeyed must know how to command. It is better to be feared than loved, if you cannot be both. The promise given was a necessity of the past, the word broken is a necessity of the present. He who seeks to deceive will always find someone who will allow himself to be deceived. Since love and fear can hardly exist together, if we must choose between them, it is far safer to be feared than loved. The wise man does at once what the fool does finally. Whosoever desires constant success must change his conduct with the times. Of mankind we may say in general they are fickle, hypocritical, and greedy of gain. There is nothing more difficult to take in hand, more perilous to conduct, or more uncertain in its success, than to take the lead in the introduction of a new order of things. Appear as you may wish to be. If an injury has to be done to a man, it should be so severe that his vengeance need not be feared. The first method for estimating the intelligence of a ruler is to look at the men he has around him. There is no other way to guard yourself against flattery than by making men understand that telling you the truth will not offend you. Never attempt to win by force what can be won by deception. It is better to act and repent than not to act and regret. In conclusion, the arms of others either fall from your back, or they weigh you down, or they bind you fast. It must be considered that there is nothing more difficult to carry out, nor more doubtful of success, nor more dangerous to handle, than to initiate a new order of things. There is no avoiding war, it can only be postponed to the advantage of your enemy. I'm not interested in preserving the status quo, I want to overthrow it. Men are driven by two principal impulses, either by love or by fear. All courses of action are risky, so prudence is not in avoiding danger, it's impossible, but calculating risk and acting decisively. Make mistakes of ambition and not mistakes of sloth. Develop the strength to do bold things, not the strength to suffer. The vulgar crowd always is taken by appearances, and the world consists chiefly of the vulgar. A man who is used to acting in one way never changes, he must come to ruin when the times, in changing, no longer are in harmony with his ways. One should never fall in the belief that you can find someone to pick you up. How we live is so different from how we ought to live that he who studies what ought to be done rather than what is done will learn the way to his downfall rather than to his preservation.